In 1912, the Titanic was sold as the safest ship ever built, an engineering marvel many believed was unsinkable. But as it crossed the North Atlantic, ice warnings kept arriving. The ship pressed on through a dangerous field at nearly full speed. At 11:40 p.m., Titanic didn't smash head-on. It scraped along an iceberg, opening leaks across several compartments below the waterline. Titanic's hull was divided into watertight compartments, enough, designers thought, to survive flooding in up to 4 of them. But the iceberg damaged at least 6, and the walls between those compartments didn't reach all the way to the upper deck. As the bow sank lower, seawater rose above one wall and poured into the next, like overfilling an ice cube tray. The more compartments flooded, the faster the ship tipped forward. Less than 3 hours later, the Titanic was gone.
Explainer and documentary-style videos are some of the highest performing content on YouTube. They keep viewers watching longer, make your channel look more professional, and are easy to turn into a content series. The problem is that creating videos like these isn't easy. Normally, you have to research the topic, write the script, plan every scene, design motion graphics, generate the voiceover, choose background music, edit everything together, and make sure the whole story flows naturally. So today, I wanted to answer one simple question. Can Flova AI Agent turn one simple idea into a complete documentary, from script and storyboard to visuals, narration, music, timeline, and a video that's actually ready to publish? In this video, I'll walk you through the entire workflow, step by step, and show you exactly how I created the documentary you just watched. Let's get started. To quickly come up with a documentary topic, I'm using Claude to brainstorm a few ideas. You can use any AI assistant here, or even ask Flova itself to help you brainstorm. For today's tutorial, I chose Why the Titanic Sank because it's a perfect cause and effect story for a VOX-Style documentary. Now let's move into Flova. The link is in the description, so once you click it, you'll see a dashboard like this. Instead of asking Flova to generate one image or one video at a time, I simply describe the final project I want to create. For this tutorial, my prompt is, create a 60-second VOX-style documentary explaining why the Titanic sank using a vintage paper collage visual style. Once you add your prompt, click Generate. Now Flova Agent begins planning the entire production workflow. One thing I immediately noticed is that Flova doesn't jump straight into generation. Instead, it first asks a series of creative planning questions to understand exactly what kind of video I want to create. First, it asks me to choose how the documentary should present people. As you can see here, we have options like explain the chain of failure, tell the night as a countdown, and center the human cost. For this VOX-style documentary, I'll go with explain the chain of failure because I want the focus to stay on the visuals, the ship, the iceberg, the diagrams, and the story itself, without pulling attention toward a host or character. Once I make that choice, Flova moves on to the next question, asking what kind of on-screen subjects the paper collage visuals should emphasize. I'll go with ship and data-led storytelling, using the Titanic, the iceberg, ocean maps, diagrams, and timelines as the main visuals. It keeps the story fast, factual, and grounded in the events themselves, rather than shifting focus onto individual characters. Next, Flova asks me to choose the video aspect ratio. Since I'm creating this for YouTube, I'll choose the widescreen 16:9 ratio, but you can choose another aspect ratio, depending on where you plan to publish your video. Once you click send, Flova asks me to choose the narration language and style. I'll go with English narration. I want the documentary to have clear pacing and the tone of a VOX-style explainer. But if you want a different feel, Flova also gives you a more cinematic, dramatic option, or a minimal text approach that lets the maps, diagrams, and callouts carry more of the story. Once we confirm the narration language, Flova has enough information to understand the creative direction, so it starts writing the full script. As you can see, the script is titled Titanic, the Chain of Failure, and Flova breaks the documentary down, scene by scene, with the narration and visual direction planned for each part of the video. Once the script is fully drafted, Flova asks me to review it before moving forward. I can either modify the script or confirm it and continue. For this tutorial, the script already has the documentary flow and pacing I want, so I'll confirm it and continue. Flova now shows me the full production brief, everything I've set so far, 60-second duration, 16:9 widescreen format, English narration, the chain of failure script, and the vintage torn paper collage visual style. At this point, I can either revise the brief, change the duration, the format, the visual style, or the narration approach, or confirm it and move forward. For me, everything here is exactly what I wanted, so I'll confirm the production brief and continue. Now Flova begins generating the recurring visual elements, the Titanic, the North Atlantic map, and the overall paper collage style system, so all 5 scenes share a consistent look. Flova is now creating 3 core visual elements, the vintage paper collage style reference, the Titanic cutout, and the North Atlantic map. These will anchor every scene so the whole documentary feels visually consistent from start to finish. Here's the result. Now I get to review these before Flova moves on to generating the actual scene visuals. I really like how these turned out. The water has a nice muted vibe, the map looks great, and the whole style reference feels exactly like the vintage paper collage look I was going for. Everything here matches what I had in mind, so I'll approve these and move on. Generate all documentary scenes. Let's create the 6 animated paper collage scenes. So as you can see here, I went ahead and typed, generate all documentary scenes, create the 6 animated paper collage scenes. But here's something interesting. Flova caught a mistake I made. My approved production plan actually only had 5 scenes, not 6. Instead of just going along with what I typed, it stopped and asked me to confirm before silently changing the documentary's structure. Since the 5-scene structure already told the full chain of failure story I wanted, I confirmed the 5 approved scenes and moved forward. Now that the visual elements are approved, Flova starts creating the 5 animated paper collage scenes, using the approved Titanic, map, and collage visuals to keep everything consistent. Within a short time, all 5 documentary scenes are finished. Now I get to review all 5 scenes carefully. If anything feels off, pacing, a call-out, the motion, I can use the refine option to fix it before moving forward. For me, every scene turned out exactly how I wanted, so I'll confirm and move on to creating the narration and music next. Once the 5 scenes are confirmed, Flova moves on to generating the audio, the English narration, and the background music. Within a short time, both the narration and the music are ready. Flova gave me 2 restrained background music options this time, both a little longer than the final runtime, so they can be trimmed and aligned underneath the narration during final assembly. I'll preview both and pick whichever one fits the tone best. Once I approve the audio, Flova can assemble the complete final documentary. Now Flova moves into final assembly. This is probably my favorite part of the workflow. Instead of giving me dozens of separate images, video clips, narration files, and music tracks, and forcing me to assemble everything manually, Flova automatically brings everything together on a complete editing timeline. Every scene is already organized and synchronized with the narration and background music, and I'm still in control. I can select an individual scene, replace the visual, and adjust the audio, including fade in and fade out. I can also control video speed and duration, though for this project I kept the defaults, and adjust the scale by zooming in or out, though I chose to keep everything at full 100%. Every scene can be edited individually right inside this timeline, including audio fade out and the background music. So even though Flova handles the heavy lifting, I can still review and refine the final project, instead of being locked into whatever the AI generated the first time. Once everything looks good, it's time to export. If I just want the finished documentary, I can export the video directly. If I want more advanced editing later, I can export an editable Premiere Pro project, or I can download all of the project assets together for future use. For this project, I went with the third option, because I wanted to edit it myself. Flova gives me everything in a zip file, so I get all the material together in one folder. So here's the final result.
On the 14th of April 1912, the Titanic sailed through the North Atlantic, receiving repeated warnings. sea ice, drifting bergs, danger ahead. But the ship kept moving west. Titanic was traveling at nearly full speed, about 22 knots in waters known for ice. Slowing down would have bought more time. Instead, the ship pressed forward into the night. At 11:40 p.m., lookouts spotted an iceberg. The turn came too late. The collision damaged multiple compartments below the waterline, more than the ship was designed to survive. Then came the failure that made catastrophe inevitable. Too few lifeboats. Titanic carried space for only about half the people on board, and several boats left partly empty. Just 2 hours and 40 minutes after the collision, Titanic disappeared beneath the Atlantic. More than 1,500 people died not from one mistake, but from a chain of failure.
As you can see, the video is a perfect VOX-style documentary in high quality. What impressed me most wasn't just the AI generation, it was how the Flova agent managed the entire creative workflow from beginning to end. Instead of generating isolated images or videos, it understood the whole project, kept the different production elements connected, and organized each step into one continuous workflow. If you'd like to try Flova yourself, you'll find the link in the description below. I've also included the prompts I used for brainstorming to help you get started. If you enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe for more AI automation videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.